Hello, my people. If Africa have zero natural resources, we would have near zero conflict in Africa. You know what I mean? I think most of the conflict we have in Africa is because of our natural resources. You know, look at all the places we have conflict or war in Africa today. Look at them. They all have something natural that other group want. You know, look at somewhere like Libya, look at somewhere like Sudan, look at somewhere like Congo, look at somewhere like Nigeria, Cameroon. There's a lots of places, even in Burkina Faso, Niger. We see lots of places there is a conflict there, and sometimes it's a big conflict that the Western media will not even cover. You know what I mean? They won't cover it properly. They'll just mention it, once in a while. But every day, some people are being unalived in those places I mentioned, and but no one cares. They only, they only cares if it start affecting the way the access to these natural resources, we have in Africa. And I believe that it's because of these natural resources that we see this conflict. Because if we don't have natural resources, we won't have this conflict. Even if we have conflict, it's not going to be in this large scale we have seen today in Africa. Because, you know, without, natural resources, it was going to be costing the company maybe land. And Africa have land that, we shouldn't have problems with the, land. It can accommodate many people. I think Africa is second largest continent in the world. But because of natural resources, the external forces are trying to control whoever are in charge of that resources. And for them to, if they can control you, they will go and arm the opposition, or they will go and form the opposition from scratch to fight you. And basically what they do. They will, if they don't have already opposition, they will start opposition from the scratch and arm them, and the conflict keep spiraling out of control in Africa. And the tragedy is that people get unalived. Like in Sudan. In Sudan, you see lots of damages. Lot of carnage. Lots of atrocities that are going on in Sudan and in Libya and in Mali, in Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Cameroon. These atrocities are going on every day. And because Africa doesn't have one single powerful media that's in Africa as a continent, we don't have it. We are just we don't have a powerful media. Even the ones we have in Africa doesn't cover enough of this conflict. Even if they're covering it, if the mainstream media, the Western media, starts covering any conflict, the other stuff we have in Africa, we switch and start covering those ones. Start covering the one we have in Africa. What is going on in Africa? Or even making a documentary, But we don't have it in Africa. We don't have a big media in Africa that covers a lot of what is going on in Africa. That's why, they say that Africa have a rising population, but it's just a way of deceiving Africa. That Africa, the population is rising, but what the people, the life expectancy there is low, below any other continent, and there's lots of people dying unnecessarily, because of conflict. What's the point? You're giving birth more. Many people are, going out, So this is unsustainable. You know what I mean? And it's because of our natural resources. If it's not there, everybody would have been nice. Even if things would be hard, but at least there won't be conflict like we see it today. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our video. Help us get to 500 subscribers. That's what we want to get as soon as possible. You know what I mean? Peace.